Thank you for joining us as we present information about 2021-2022 course registration and your students' upcoming year in high school. We have a lot to discuss, so please feel free to stop and replay the information as needed. I would like to introduce you to our counseling department, or as we refer to our office, the Cove. My name is Mrs. Dixon, and I am the lead counselor here at Shadow Creek High School. Mrs. Romero is our amazing counseling clerk. Our counselors' student groups are assigned by students' last names. Ms. Harris is the counselor for students A through BE, Mrs. Wright, students BH through DR, Mrs. Johnson, students DU through H, Mrs. Alexander, students I through MB, Mrs. Burns, students MC through Q, Ms. Clay, students R through TE, Mrs. Gully, students TH through Z. We also have additional support in our office. Mrs. Herzog is the Alvin Community College Dual Enrollment Advisor for Shadow Creek and is available to assist students who are pursuing college credit while in high school. And Mrs. Brubaker is the Advanced Academic Specialist who can help all students with all AP and APA needs. Now let's discuss the course registration process for Shadow Creek High School. Course registration involves students selecting courses they would like to take for the upcoming school year. This process does not guarantee the student a spot in the course. The counselor will take into consideration student preferences while also considering prerequisite requirements, course availability, and master scheduling constraints. Parents and students will have access to these informative videos, which will outline graduation requirements and walk students through schedule setup and information about selecting appropriate courses. Students should review their career plans in Skyward as a reminder of past courses taken and pathway plans. As we all know, plans can change, and if you are no longer following the pathway selected as an 8th grader, it's okay. Discuss course pathways and choices as a family. You can always use the high school course guide to provide descriptions of courses and explanations of course pathways. Once the student and parent are on the same page, the student will log into his or her Skyward account to indicate the courses they would like to take for next school year. Students must complete course selection in Skyward on or before January 15th. Step-by-step instructions will be provided to help students and parents complete their course selections in Skyward. These will be provided in a registration information packet, which will be provided to you through Skyward Message Center. Again, students will need to submit their course requests in Skyward no later than January 15th at 11:59 p.m. After this point, the counselor will use her professional judgment to choose courses for the student. Counselors will review all student selections and make appropriate corrections and recommendations based on prerequisites, grades, career pathways, and other school-related factors. Students will have May 3rd through 10th to verify the courses selected and will have a final opportunity to request changes to the course selection. Some courses may need additional teacher, coach, counselor, or administrator approval.
Let's talk student classification and keywords. To be classified as a freshman or 9th grader, you must have less than 6 credits. To be classified as a sophomore or 10th grader, you must have a minimum of 6 credits. To be classified as a junior or 11th grader, you must have a minimum of 12 credits. And to be classified as a senior or 12th grader, you must have a minimum of 19 credits. To be considered for graduation, you must have 26 credits total. A few keywords that you should be familiar with are credits, which is what a student earns when a course is completed or passed. You may earn half a credit for one semester and 1 full credit for an entire year. Transcript. This is a record of classes taken for high school credit. On your transcript, you will see lists grades earned in those classes, including passing and/or failing grades. Grade point average, or GPA. A GPA are grade points assigned to number grades. It is a measurement of academic success in high school and may be seen or looked at as an indication of your work ethic. Elective courses is another term that you should be familiar with. It encompasses various content. It is taken to fulfill high school endorsement requirements. They are also taken to enhance learning about particular career areas. Elective courses will generally be geared towards Texas state graduation requirements and endorsement requirements. Core courses. Core courses are listed as English, math, science, social studies, and world languages or foreign languages. College prep courses are listed as Advanced Placement Courses or AP courses, APA courses, dual credit courses, sometimes listed as DC. All of these courses prepare you for success in college.
Let's discuss the Alvin ISD graduation requirements. The Foundation Plus Endorsement Graduation Plan requires that students earn a total of 26 credits in particular subject areas. Students must earn the following: 4 credits in English, 4 credits in math, which includes Algebra 1, Geometry, and 2 advanced math credits, 4 credits in science, which includes Biology, IPC or Chemistry or Physics, and 2 advanced science credits, 3 credits in social studies, which includes World Geography or World History, U.S. History, Government, and Economics. Here is a side note for social studies. Although the state of Texas only requires 3 social studies credits for graduation, we highly advise students to take a 4th social studies credit. Some universities require that students have 4 social studies credits for admission. In regard to electives, students must earn 2 credits in the same foreign language, 1 credit in a fine art, 1 credit in PE, and 7 elective credits, which includes the endorsement. Let's explore endorsements and what this means for your student. The Foundation Plus Endorsement Graduation Plan requires that students select an endorsement, which is an area of interest to explore a career or major area prior to attending college. Students will take 4 to 5 cohesive elective courses with the selected endorsement, and students could earn more than 1 endorsement based upon class selection. The endorsement appears on the transcript, but it does not determine college acceptance. The endorsements that are offered are Arts and Humanities, Business and Industry, Public Services, STEM, which is Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, and Multidisciplinary Studies. The pathways offered are listed under each endorsement. Please see the Alvin ISD Secondary Course Guide for more details about pathway requirements and suggestions.
Let's talk testing, STAR testing. These are also called end-of-course exams in high school. Alongside earning 26 credits, you must also pass each of these 5 EOCs in order to graduate. You will take each exam once you have completed the corresponding course. As a freshman, you typically take the STAR test for English 1, Algebra 1, and Biology at the end of your 9th grade year. Sophomores take English 2 at the end of 10th grade, and juniors take U.S. History at the end of 11th grade. If you do not pass a test the first time around, plan to take it again until you do. Remember, each of these tests are required to graduate high school, so always try your best. Above and beyond what's required to walk across the stage on graduation day are some special designations awarded to students for their hard work. By completing an endorsement, passing Algebra 2, and ranking among the top 10% of their class, students will graduate with a diploma that highlights a distinguished level of achievement. In addition to that diploma opportunity, students may also be recognized for higher level work through performance acknowledgments in one of the following areas: by completing 12 hours of dual credit courses, demonstrating proficiency in a foreign language, scoring a 3 or higher on AP exams, performing exceptionally on a PSAT, ACT, or SAT test, or by earning a nationally or internationally recognized industry certification. These special designations are not required, but rather a celebration of those students who choose to make the most of their high school academic experience. We encourage you to choose one of these areas to focus on because having an academic goal in high school can help you stay on track as you move towards those big future plans you're making.
Now, on to the fun part. You will shortly begin choosing courses for next year. There will be a step-by-step video developed by the counselors that teachers will show students how to select their courses. Selecting your courses for next year is fun, but also it must be taken seriously because schedule changes are limited throughout the year. So please be sure to review the 21-22 course guide found on the Shadow Creek's website, as well as Alvin ISD's main page. When selecting your courses for next year, it is crucial that you be sure you have met the prerequisites to enroll. This can also be found in the 21-22 course guide. Make sure students and parents look at the courses together to ensure everyone is on the same page. If you have any questions about a course or requirements of that certain course, please reach out to your counselor. Ready, set, let's go. Well, before we begin selecting your courses, let's take a look at special circumstance courses. These courses are some of the elective courses that require an additional step. Core classes are pretty straightforward with an English, math, science, and social studies to choose from, but elective courses are fun but may take a little time to select. These special circumstance courses seen on the screen are courses that involve either a tryout or an application and even prior experience required to be in the class. Courses like cheerleading, drill team, football, or any sport that involves a tryout, you absolutely can put it on your course request, but a backup class or an alternative class is mandatory. In the event you do not make the team, an unforeseen circumstance happens, we can look at your backup and select that course. Backup classes are just as important as your first choice classes because you make the decision of the alternative class rather than your counselor making the decision for you, which may not be a class of interest. So please take the time in selecting your first choice classes as well as your backup electives. The other special circumstance classes may involve an application or teacher approval first in order to be in the class. As you can see, musical theater class requires previous enrollment in choir or band. Classes like yearbook, health science clinicals, athletic training, AP seminar all have an application requirement to be in the class, and teachers are very thorough in checking if applications have been completed, and they will send the counselors a list of students who need to be removed from the course if they have not fulfilled the requirement. In cases like this, counselors will look at your backup and replace that class. JB Hensler programs must have a Skyward interest form completed by February 24th. The form can be found on the JB Hensler website or contact your counselor for further information. We will discuss JBH courses in more detail on the next slide. As seen, sports medicine requires teachers' signed or emailed approval to be in the course. Career prep is only offered to our juniors and seniors. There are several requirements such as transportation and employment which are mandatory to be in the class. So please speak to your counselor for further information if you're interested in this course. Lastly, I want to reiterate that backup classes are a must. So please take the time to decide if you don't get your first choice elective, what is your alternative? In this slide, we will talk about JBH courses. As mentioned in the previous slide, JBH courses are a part of a special circumstance class and requires an interest form to be completed. The form is now available for students to complete, which can be found on the JBH website and also can be found in your Skyward account on the Online Forms tab. JBH classes provide students with great hands-on learning experience in preparation for college and career readiness. JBH offers preparation in 36 certifications such as barbering, cosmetology, automotive technologies, certified medical assistant or CMA, certified nurse assistant or CNA, dental assistant, law enforcement, welding, construction, and vet assistant, just to name a few. JBH courses do require prerequisites, so please check the course guide to ensure you qualify for the course. Or if you have any questions, please reach out to your counselor.
If you are interested in taking one of the courses with special circumstances, then you will need to contact the coordinator of the program by email. For example, if theater production or technical theater interests you, then you will send an email to Mr. Soward and request an application to apply for consideration for the class. You will do the same for any of the courses listed here. The program coordinator will reply to you upon review of your application. Then you will forward the response to your counselor. Special circumstance classes or special programs cannot be added to your course request without approval, so be sure to follow through with the steps listed at the top of this form. If you are interested in participating in a sport for the first time or want to switch to a different sport, contact the head coach of the sport via email to request approval. Their contact information is listed below on this form. Don't forget to reach out for approval for special programs by Friday, January 15th. There are a few other special requirements to keep in mind. If you choose to take AVID, then you must also choose at least one AP, APA, or dual credit dual enrollment class also. If you're interested in career prep, then you must have a job by the time school begins and maintain a job throughout the year, working at least 10 hours per week. You must be at least 16 years old and have your own transportation. For JBH, remember you will need to meet certain prerequisites and complete the interest form located in your Skyward Message Center.
If you are requesting an APA or AP course next year, you and your parents are required to read over the Alvin ISD Advanced Placement and APA Agreement so you can better understand the requirements expected while in the course and the requirements to drop an advanced course should you find yourself struggling academically. This form must be signed and returned by May 10th in order to be placed in the APA or AP courses you requested. In the past, we have required students to receive signatures from their current teachers giving their approval to take an advanced course. This year, the process has changed. Once you turn in your course request, your teachers will be notified by your counselor and they will give us their recommendation directly. Our advanced placement classes are a great way to prepare for college and potentially receive college credit as well. Students that take AP courses are expected to take an AP exam in May. If you pass this exam, you can earn college credit for that class. Registration for exams begin in the fall and cost $30 per exam. Because these courses are college level, students are expected to be able to handle college level reading and a heavier workload than many others offered here at SCHS. For more information about AP courses and their requirements, visit College Board's website or refer to the Alvin ISD Secondary Course Guide. If you are interested in taking AP seminar next year, please reach out to Mrs. Brubaker in the counseling office for more information and an application.
Here is the schedule set up for a student who will be classified as a junior or 11th grader for the 2021 through 2022 school year. In Skyward, students will select their required core classes and elective courses that are within their endorsement. Students will select a total of 7 courses. We will start with English. Students will select either regular English 3, AP English 3, or dual enrollment English 3. Next, students will select a math course. The appropriate math course should be determined by the current math course being taken. A few examples of possible math selections would be Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, or Statistics. The next core class selection is for science. Students will select their third high school science class. Students are able to select between regular, APA, and AP science courses. Please see the course list for the full list of science courses available and the high school course guide for prerequisite information. For social studies, students will select the appropriate level for U.S. history, which is either regular, AP, or dual enrollment. Finally, students will select 3 elective courses. Students should be sure to review their transcripts to make sure that they have taken or are scheduling to take required electives such as PE, 1 fine art, and 2 credits of the same foreign language. Students should also make sure that elective courses from their endorsement area are being selected if space is available. Remember, students must have 4 or 5 elective credits in an endorsement area, and it is required to have at least 1 endorsement upon graduation. Please be sure to view the high school course guide found on the Shadow Creek homepage for course descriptions and endorsement information. Next is the schedule set up for students who will be classified as sophomores or 10th grade for the 2021 through 2022 school year. Students will select their required core classes and elective courses that are within their endorsement. Students will select a total of 7 courses. We will start with English. Students can select either regular English 2 or APA English 2. Next, students will select a math course. The appropriate math course should be determined by the current math course being taken. A few examples of possible math selections would be geometry, algebra 2, or pre-calculus. The next core class selection is for science. If students have already taken and passed biology, then future sophomores can select either IPC, chemistry, or physics as their next science course. For social studies, students will select either AP World History or regular World History. Finally, students will select 3 elective courses. Students should make sure to review their transcripts to make sure that they have taken or are scheduling to take required electives such as PE, 1 fine art, and 2 of the same foreign language courses. Students should also make sure that elective courses from their endorsement area are being selected. Remember, students must have 4 or 5 elective credits in an endorsement area, and it is required to have at least 1 endorsement upon graduation. Please be sure to view the high school course guide found on our Shadow Creek homepage for course descriptions and endorsement information. Students who do not put their course selections in Skyward for the 2021 through 2022 school year will be registered for courses previously selected in their career plan. Please be sure to submit your courses in Skyward during online registration if you would like to select courses other than those in career plan.
Hi, I'm Toby Herzog. I am the Dual Credit Advisor for Shadow Creek High School for Alvin Community College. We are going to talk a little bit about dual enrollment. Through the dual enrollment program, students take college-level courses and they earn credit for both the college course and the high school credit for taking the same course. For example, students can take English 1301 and 1302 for college credit and receive credit for English 4 at the high school course. College courses are part of your high school day and part of your school schedule here at Shadow Creek. Students can also take classes after the school day at the Alvin College campus. There may be an additional charge for those classes taken off the Shadow Creek High School campus. So how much does it cost? Dual credit classes offered through Alvin Community College at your high school cost about $25 a credit hour. Typically, classes are 3 or 4 credit hours, so the cost is usually about $75 a class. Each semester, there's an additional $30 registration fee. So typically, one class is $105. 2 classes would be $180. Students taking classes are charged ACC in-district tuition. There also may be book charges on top of the cost of the classes. So, if you're interested in dual credit, your next question may be, how do I get registered? The first thing you'll need to do is talk to me, your dual credit advisor here at Shadow Creek. I am available on campus during the day. You can also apply at Alvin Community College at www.applytexas.org, or you can go to that from our website, www.alvincollege.edu. Most students are required to take the TSI. However, juniors and seniors may be waived based on PSAT or SAT scores. You also must submit your early admissions contract. And when you select your courses, you will select dual enrollment courses on your course selection guide that you turn into your Shadow Creek High School counselor. So if you're interested, I would love to talk to you about your dual credit opportunities at Shadow Creek High School. Once again, my name is Toby Herzog. I am located at Shadow Creek. My number is 281-245-3820. But the best way to get a hold of me is through my email address, therzog@alvincollege.edu. I will be glad to email you and give you more information about the program, or you can set up a virtual meeting with me through Teams, or we can even do a Zoom meeting. So please let me know if you're interested in the dual enrollment program at Shadow Creek. I'll be glad to walk you through the process. Thank you.
Just a couple of reminders. All course selection requests will need to be submitted in Skyward on January 15th by 11:59 p.m. Let me say that one more time. All course selection requests will need to be submitted in Skyward on January 15th by 11:59 p.m., no exceptions. Once course selections are entered, counselors will then review your selections and make the appropriate corrections and/or recommendations. If you are requesting to be a part of a special program that requires teacher and/or parent approval, please make sure that you submit your approval form on or before January 15th. Don't forget to discuss your course selections with your parents. Any students wanting to enroll in a JBH course for next year must have their application completed in Skyward on or before February 26th. From May 3rd to May 10th, we will begin our course verification process. At this time, students will have one last opportunity to request course changes and/or submit approval for courses. For students who need to take the TSI, in the spring we will be offering the TSI on the following dates: January 23rd, February 20th, and March 6th. The cost for 2 or more sections is $25, and the cost for one section is $15. Please see Ms. Romero in the counseling suite in order to register and pay for the TSI exam. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and check the SCHS Counseling Department tab on the Shadow Creek High School webpage for important information and updates throughout the year. Thank you for taking the time out to view our presentation, Fins Up Creek.